Asking you what happened late, but I guess tonight what happened early.
We wasn't able to get stops down the stretch. I mean, we was just going back and forth with them. Dev did a good job. We get to the free throw line. And when you can't get stops, it makes it hard to come back.
I feel like something just flipped the switch in you in the third, and it just seemed to keep lighting up after that.
I was able to get to my game. I mean, they, for some reason, wasn't showing up on pick and rolls, or if I faked the drive, they would give me the mid-range jump shot, and that's something I want to get to, and I was able to knock it down to them.
You guys haven't had many games where you, Devin, Brooke are all going well at the same time. Is it more frustrating on that like tonight when you do that and you still lose?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating because of the effort to fight back. I mean, but we should have started the game like that. It would have been a little bit different. But once you're down by so much and you're giving it your all to come back, it takes a lot out of you.
I feel like your game is coming back.
I feel like it never went nowhere. I mean, I was still doing the things that I usually do on the defensive end and have spurts on the offensive end, but on a more consistent base, I think so.
You said when you cover the point, it seems like that defense right there maybe helps your offense too.
Yeah, it definitely does. It gets me going. I'm definitely a defensive-minded player, and I let my offense trigger off my defense. If I can get stops and I can get out and run and frustrate the point guard, that's something I would like to do. And then on the offensive end, I mean, that leads to our fast break points, so definitely.
I feel like at all you guys took a step by not fading, after they took the 21 point lead.
Yeah, we showed a lot of character and poise to stay with everything and to continue to fight and position ourselves to have it come down to a close game like that at the end, so definitely.
I saw you wait until the buzzer was down to the end, but it looked like you knew that was going in beyond the half court when you threw it up.
Oh, I was waiting. I tried to take my 2 steps as slow as possible. I seen 1 second. I was like, all right. Then I jumped. Like, I'm not about to get the turnover, so I had to throw it. So it was crazy. It went in.
Kiki was a road trip. The West Coast is the hard. For the most part, every game has been competitive. I mean, there might have been 1 or 2 wins. Like, you only have 1 win to show.
Yeah, man, it's embarrassing. Like I said, even though with our record, if we don't go out there and compete, like, what are we playing for? So I think everybody on the team is doing a good job of competing. And I mean, we compete in practice. I mean, the white team, like, they give us a run for the money every day. Every day they come and compete. So I see that just translating to the games.
Well, all the games are 2-point losses, 3-point losses, whatever. I mean, to only come out of 1 psychological
It's definitely frustrating because, like you said, 2 3-point losses were right there. We just need to figure out what it is to get us over that hump.
Kiki was praising the work that you've done. He was talking about on your shot. He said you kind of worked your way back in the form. I mean, how many extra shots were you putting up? Or what kind of stuff were you doing?
I can't even tell you the number, man, but staying out there, coming in on off days, and just shooting a lot, man, until you feel that, get that rhythm, you get that feeling to where it feels good, and that's what you got to do, man. Like, being in a shooting slump, you got to get your rhythm back, and that's something that I did.
When did you start coming in or staying late?
It's been going on for a while now. I can't mark the date.
You remember what game it was?
Nah, it's been a while.
Courtney, after a game like this, is the mindset really just to forget completely about it and move on to the next game, or is that a little bit that sticks with you?
Oh, no, we got a couple of days off, and it's going to stick with us for a while. I mean, then once it's time to prepare for who we play next, Boston, and then that's when you forget about it. Like, you gotta think about it. Just think about the things that you could have did, like the defensive assignments that you could have did to help get a stop. So you got to think about it. That's how you get better.
Thanks.
Kiki, does it feel like the second game in a row kind of tail in 2 halves?
A little bit tail in 2 halves. Yes, I didn't think that first half we came with the type of effort we needed. I think everybody realizes that, and I think our guys realized that. They really got after it the second half. Unfortunately, we dug ourselves too big of a hole. And this is a good team. We got it down to, I think, 6 points or so, and they were able to weather the storm, hit some shots at the right time.
And that fourth quarter, a lot of guys making a lot of different buckets and a lot of nice sequences. But then what happens in the last 3 minutes where it just seemed like it was cool?
You know, we missed a few key shots, you know, and they made their shots. Generally, lots of times what happens if you make a big comeback and don't go ahead, you know, you run out of steam. And I think it was a little bit we ran out of steam. You know, Courtney was great, Devin was great. I thought Brooke played well, he played hard, Trenton Hassel played great defense on Roy. But, you know, again, we dug ourselves too big of a hole. We fought back, and I really think ran out of steam. Our legs were tired from some easy shots.
Were you surprised after having that 18-point lead against Memphis that you guys came out this way?
You know, it's it was, let's just say it was disappointing at first, but the positive was they fought back.
What's the difference for Courtney in games like this where he gets that many shot attempts and just hitting it?
Courtney's been working on his shot a lot, and I'm proud of him because, you know, he's a classic example of somebody who just worked himself back into shooting well, into playing well. I think it really does help him on the defensive end to play the point guard. You know, he does it very well. He seems to always have a good game when we do that.
Okay. You talked about you said you played hard and so forth. What was the matchup like with Aldridge, and why do you think it's so?
Well, we went Brooke guarded Aldridge for most of the game, and I guess, you know, when they went with Joan Howard, I thought it was a better matchup, and that's we had always planned to go that way. Aldridge plays much more inside.
Okay. Off tomorrow, 11 o'clock practice on Thursday.